Morning, guys. Today it's already 1 a.m. the evening. Not, not really, but morning. All right, at dawn, and we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and discuss lesson three, all about Java programming for those folks who wanted to learn programming. So we will be talking about Java operators. So just a quick recap on the things that we just discussed last time. We discussed lesson one, all about Java comments. Of course, before Java comments, we discussed how to run and compile programs, Java syntax in CMD. Okay, we are not using NetBeans because of some requirements of the computer because you need to install something on your PC for you to be able to run NetBeans. But we'll have that in the future. At the moment, we'll be using console type of compilation. We have CMD and Notepad. So we talked about how to run it. We talked about comments, Java comments. We also talked last time about Java variables and Java data types. All right. So today we will be talking about operators. So as what I said, we talked about variables. Okay. This is how you tag a string, an int. And by the way, I'm using W3 schools. So if you want to, review, you want to practice here, you can do that because they actually have some like this one where you can try it yourself. So again, this is how you declare variables per data type. So this is the data type, this is the variable. So as you can see, you can do whatever variable you want. As long as the right as long as you use it according to its data type. So if it's int, if it's a whole number, then the value must be whole number. Char or character, this is a data type that only holds one letter only, then you should use one letter. So and so. All right. So much for variables. Uh, Now data types, we already discussed this last time. Again, data types is this one. All right. And for you to understand primitive data types, you might want to check on this. If you want to stop the video, if you want to understand this. All right. And we have data types that holds numbers. We have integer and float. We also have double. All right. So we have integer, we have short. Okay. If you're using short, you can use also short. It actually handles data type like this one. So if your expected answer is more than this, you might want to use data type short. Then again, I would not. It's not really necessary. Why don't we just use int right away? Int is a data type that can store this amount of number. So if it goes beyond or beyond this, then that's error. If it's decimal, of course, it's going to be long. I mean long, not it's going to be float or double. Here double. So I introduce you to double. By the way, float is also decimal number. However, it has limitations. Um, it has f when the value must end up with an f, right? So again, I'm not going to confuse you with float. You can use float in your future programs, but um, at the moment we will go ahead and just use double moving forward. So um, so there's a question here if you're going to use float or double. So again, this is an example of a float, how you declare a float. Um, Again, then there's F, right? Double. You can put double D, but it's not necessary. It will just go into accept right away. So we have Boolean if your value is true or false. All right. So I'm not gonna discuss this much. You can actually practice this in your end if you wanted to, but I'm going to skip that. We have casting. This is all about converting one number. Casting is, let's say you declared it int and um, you want to convert int to double, you can use this. My double equals my int, something like that. All right, so it will cast into double. So it automatically converts your whole number to a decimal number. So that's why when you print it, the output is whole number 9 because my int here is declared int. While my double here is declared double, so that's why its output is number 0. So that's just basically it for Java typecasting. It's like converting a whole number to a decimal number. So let's now talk with Java operators. If you can still remember, last time, this is our third activity. We are using here Java operators. You have to understand that um, we already knew which operator we have. Plus, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? So, so this is an example of how to use an operator. Okay, so this is the variable x. Again, you can use any kind of variable as long as you know how to use it. So this is the data type. This is the value, 100 plus 50. So the operation here is obviously an operation. Okay, so it's not like an addition, or it's not like a connector. So if you can still remember this one, system.I, if you're using this one here, the plus here is not an operator. It's a connector. So you have to know how to determine that. But if you're using a data type and it's a number format, int or double, and you use subtraction addition, then that means that's obviously that's a Java operator for you guys, right? So so here it is. There's an example. Someone. So the output is this one. The answer is 150 if you want it to be printed. So it converts to this one. So the value of someone is 150. So someone, as you can see, the value of someone is again 150, which is here, all right, plus 250. Then the answer of the value of someone, which is the answer of this one, plus this one. So here, 150 plus 250. Sum 3, sum 2 plus sum 2. So again, the value of sum 2 is the answer of this one, which is 400. So that's why if you have it like this, then the answer is sum 3. If you want to try it yourself, you can click this one so that you can. So let's have add someone here. Right. What do you think is the answer? The answer, if you want it to be printed here, then that's sum 3 is, this is already 400 plus the value of someone, which is 150. This is 150. So that's why it gave us an answer of 950 because these are the three that wanted to print out. Right? So hope you understand Java operators, guys. Let's move on. We have Java divides the operators into the following groups. We have arithmetic, assignment operators, comparison, logical, and by bitwise. So we have addition, okay, and we have increment. Plus plus is increment. This one is decrement. In the following videos, we will get to work this out in the future. We have modulus, okay. So Java assignment operators. So this is how you assign, okay, value. We already knew this, okay. The equals here is an assignment. This is not a yeah, this is an assignment operator. So in Java, you can combine operations, guys, if you wanted to, depending on the structure of your program. So this is somewhat an example on how to use it properly. We have operators like the and sign. We have the greater than and less than. Later on again, we will be able to understand that. We will apply that to our activities. Okay, so we have another kinds of operator, which is comparison. If you look like in our conditional statement activity, which is lesson 4, we will talk about how to use this one. But remember, this is equal to. Okay, this one is not equal to. This is greater than, which is less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. We also have Java logical operators, and is also in Java we call that logical and. This one is what we call logical or, and punctuation mark is logical not. Again, in conditional statement, we will be able to understand. This is an example, by the way. If x is less than 5 and exactly if x is less than 5 and x is less than 10, then you want to do something like that. So this is how you create a structure parameter. So that's for your logical operators, guys. So again, if you want to just review, go to this website. I will put this website on the description below. All right. So of course, before we end up, okay, we will end it with an activity. But before that, we'll just continue. So we have here Java strings. We already know what is string, right? As long as it's a kind of data type that handles alphanumeric characters, and it's usually enclosed with quotation marks. Okay, like this one. It's very easy. Uh, we're able to understand this right away, right? That we already discussed this, that Java uses the plus operator, both addition and concatenation. So the purpose of that is, again, it's used for connector and an operation at the same time. So if for example you have it x equals 10, and this is the formula, it is equals x plus y, the answer of the value is 30. All right, but if it's declared string, which is, this is how you put, I mean, this is how you declare the value of x with quotation mark. You have to understand that the x here is not an operation, it's a concatenation, okay? Or it's like a connector. So instead, the output, the value of z is not adding the two numbers, but it will print the two numbers, which is 10 and 20. X is 10, Y is 20. So 10 plus, it's not, again, this is not an addition, but a connector. It will give you an answer 10, 20. We already had that example on our uh, previous lesson, right? So uh, we also have here Java math. I'll just go ahead and discuss this before we go to conditional statement. So this is uh, Java math for you guys. This is also another logical syntax in where you can say compare or or for example you have multiple numbers, you want to get the max, okay, of the given output, then you can use max, and it will give you the maximum number of this one. So let's go ahead and try this one, guys. So the output, the answer is 10. It's because math that max 5 to 10, so there are only 5 and 10. So of course, the maximum between these two numbers is 10. So that's why it's printing the maximum number. Let's add another number here. Okay, I'll go ahead and run. What do you think is the answer? It's actually giving us an error. Give me 1 second. Oh, Math max is actually just limited into two options. So either of the two is the maximum, then it's the one that's going to print, right? So um, there. So either of the two. So that's max for you guys. We also have min. All right. We also have square root. Okay. So you want to get the square root of 64. Okay. Say 81. If you want it to run. As you can see, it's giving me the answer of 9 because 9 times 9 is 81. Okay. So that's square root for you guys. Okay. We also have absolute number. Okay. Or the positive. So if you put any number here and it's negative, if you run it, it will give you the positive of the given number that you have here. So it's like converting the negative into absolute, and that's it will give you a positive number. So perhaps you will not understand the reason why this is actually made, but when you will be having a very complex program or a very complex syntax in the future, and where I don't know if you're aware that you will be creating systems in the future, then definitely you'll get to experience, you uh, get to use this in your system like that. So we also have random numbers. Okay. So if you want this to if you use this syntax, it will give you a random number. So this is applicable if you wanted to run a let's say captcha. If you're running a program to generate a captcha or a temporary password, you might want to use this in the future. So I'm just gonna give you a run through of some syntax you can use in the future. All right. So these are Java math for you guys. All right. We also have Java booleans. Okay, Java booleans is a kind of data type that only handles true or false. Example. Okay. Um, the value is if you print is Java fun here, which the value is true, then the output will become true. Okay. So boolean is fish tasty equals false. Then if you wanted to have it printed as fish tasty, and it will uh, print false. It's like that. So we have here um, an example. 8 is equals to 10. Okay, we already know Java data types. System that out println x is greater than y. What do you think is the answer? Is it true that x is greater than y? It's true, right? So that's why it's giving you an output of true here. So a Boolean expression is Java expression that returns Boolean value true or false. So you can use a comparison operator such as greater than operator to find out if an expression or a variable is true. So greater than is an example. It's like that. So we have another expression here. We have greater than. We also have equal to. All right, let's go ahead and example. So is n int is equals to 10. So it's like asking is x, if you can still remember our Java operators, this is equals to. Okay, so is x equals to 10? The answer is true. It's because the value of x is 10. But if we change this to, let's say, not 10, but let's say 20, and have it run, what do you think is the output? It will give us a false because obviously x is not equals to 20 because the value of x is 10. So it's like that. So it's Boolean, guys, and the answer is true or false. So that should be all for our topic for Java operators. And if you have any questions, guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. Please comment down below. And if you have uh, any questions, I'm still actually preparing for your activity for today. And um, this is all about Java operators. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I want you guys to create a syntax that is able to generate using your expertise with regards to Java operators. I want you to create a syntax for a POS. We say POS, that's a point of sale, the one that's used in a cashier. So what I want you to do, guys, is I want you to create to get the output of this one. This must be the output, okay? It should show when you run in CMD, okay? It should show like this one. Price is equals to 1,000. Quantity is equals to 4. Uh, Senior discount, okay, and sale discount, and total amount to pay. Then money, which is in the given, the person has 5,000. Then change, and how much is the change. So I want you to create a syntax that is able to generate, okay, a POS. So the senior discount is the is 50% is the value. 15% of the total amount that the customer is buying, or the total amount of uh, the let's say 1,000 times 4 is 4,000. So it must be 15% of the 4,000 because it's a discount, right? So we say discount, it will be taken out from the total amount. So also for some reason they are having a sale. So another 10% from the 4,000. So how much is it? I want you to put it here on the output. All right. And since you were able to get the senior discount, the sale discount, how much is the amount to pay after the this one? It's somewhat a deduction because it's a discount, right? So how much? And then let's say the another here the person's money is 5,000. Of course, that's deduction, guys, or I mean subtraction. Money and the total amount to pay, then how much is the change? So that will be our output, or I will be expecting this activity to be answered on this coming Friday, and that's going to be um, April 23rd or 23, and we will have. Um, I will go ahead and disclose the answer on the 23rd. All right, so if you have questions again with this activity, please let me know. If you have any concerns, suggestions, you can. If my facing is kind of fast and you're not getting it, if you want to have it personalized, or you want to I mean more personal the way I teach you guys, or if you have any other suggestion, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with your Java programming endeavor. Alright. So that's it for today's vlog, guys. I hope you learned something. See you all on the next vlog. Please like and subscribe. Peace, yo.